Hi, it's been a hot minute. Welcome back to my channel, and as you can see, I am here in Norco, California at the Regency Inn. Now, why am I here? Well, as some of you may know, I am an adult content creator, and through the powers of the internet, specifically dayuse.com, I have rented this room. You saw the room. And for $99, I get to be here for 4 hours as I collab with another adult content creator. Very exciting, very legal, very cool. I am super excited to be collabing. It's very rare for me to collab, actually. I don't collab with a lot of folks. If you know what I do, a lot of the stuff I do, it's solo. So to collab with another content creator, it is a very, very, very cool thing. So I am a day late on releasing this video. Admittedly, I hadn't really been vlogging as much as I should be doing because I've been so booked and busy with work and my new gig as marketing director for Riverside Pride. So I've been really busy. So I'm taking some time right now before my collab comes through these doors and we get fucking smashing each other. I just wanted to touch base and just catch up. How are you? How you been? How I been? I've been fine. Did you notice my hair? I think you noticed it last week when I did my vlog on my little incident on my rectal area. Yeah, I got a cut. I gotta get another trimming. I'll get zero on the sides. But other than that, I have been enduring the catastrophe of what is the American empire. Yesterday, I was in downtown Riverside where I participated in a protest, and that footage is gonna go right here. And it was great. I stuck around for a couple of hours. There was a lot of young adults there speaking truth to power. ICE needs to be out of our communities. They are our domestic terrorist organization. And honestly, it's just been so overwhelming how awful this month has been. 2026 has not been off to a great start. The death of Renee Good, Alex Preddy, and the countless of others, the kidnapping of individuals in our communities, it just has to stop. The line has been crossed, and I am so happy, finally, that the country is waking up and realizing that we need to have a general strike. Yesterday was a general strike, and I'm hoping that there's gonna be many more in the coming weeks, days, months. I'm digging this couch. It's like 70s vibes, right? This is like a true casting couch. This is what you would see in funky pornographies back in the day. Hi, my name is Dean, and I'm straight. I have a girlfriend, I have a couple of kids. I've never done anything like this, but I need the money. I need it bad, so I'm excited to, star in this film. You ever Broke Straight Boys? Dude, growing up, that was my jam. Broke Straight Boys, and the thing about it, spoiler alert, they weren't straight. No, many of them were actually of the LGBTQIA2S community. That's how they get you. They just put straight on anything, and all of a sudden, the illusion. I am like so all over the place. This hotel sucks. This is so ugly though. I mean, I could forgive the couch, but the bedding, the curtains. A lot of people ask me, or they hit me up on Sniffies or Grindr. They're like, hey, I've been thinking about doing adult content creation stuff myself. Do you recommend it? How much money do you make a month? And if you are starting out, if you want to embark on this lifestyle, you have to be prepared that it's not for the weak. If you are hurting for money, you may not get a lot of money at the start of this. In fact, I was barely lucky to make $50 a month at one point. Not to say that I am super successful by any means. I'm living pretty comfortably between my job and what I make on these platforms. A month I make about $1,500 a month, and that's pretty impressive. That's like my bills right there. So I'm saving up. The goal is to get my own apartment by the end of the year, hopefully by summer actually. So fingers crossed. But if you are thinking about becoming an adult content creator, there's a few things that you should be aware of. Number one, you're not gonna make a lot of money from the get-go. No. So what you got to do, you got to market yourself. And how do you market yourself? You got to do it on twitter.com or x.com or Reddit or Instagram, what have you. Find your platform and market yourself. Now, it's not as easy as taking up a D-pic, posting online, and now the ball's rolling and now you're going to be successful. No, you need a little bit more pizzazz. So number 2, what is your brand? Who are you? What is your niche? For me, I was very lucky because Gooners have adopted me and I ran with it. I became this Gooner dad and I was able to market it, build upon it, and now I have a really great following on X. So you really got to find your direction, your path. If it's gooning or you're collabing with folks, what have you, throw some personality in it. I think it's really cool and very liberating for me to have this alter ego Dean Arrows and just be someone that is completely not really who I am on my day-to-day. When I envision Dean Arrows, this is someone that is fucking stupid, like a bro, a California super bro, but also a dummy, a father dummy. It's a satire. I think Dean Arrows is a satire on this sitcom dad, a dad that goons. So it's fun, it's stupid. I like playing around with it. I'm still evolving the brand as I go, but it's important to have a brand established. So find what you want to do and build upon it. My third piece of advice is to ensure that you have some boundaries for yourself and on many different levels. Let's start with your fans. A boundary that I set, personally, I like to keep my fans at arm's length. I don't like to be easily accessible. Unless they subscribe to my platforms, I will absolutely message them, as soon as I can. But I don't like to be easily accessible on all my free platforms like X or TikTok or Instagram. Mental health, So absolutely keep it arm's length, but ensure that you are appreciating them as well. Show your appreciation to them, because without them, how are you making money? How are you, getting the word out about your adult platforms? So keep appreciating your fans. I wouldn't be condescending to them or think that you're better than them. Absolutely not. My personal advice is to just keep it, be appreciative, because without them, your platform could just go in an instant. So absolutely set a boundary, adore your fans, but also protect your health. In the same note on protecting your mental health, sex. Sometimes I've seen creators blur business and pleasure together, if that makes sense. Suddenly, sex, when you're having it off camera, when it's just between you and some random or your significant other, it kind of loses the spark because you're so used to putting on a performance. So just know when to take healthy breaks from performing all the time and do things that you want to do. Find what turns you actually on and do those things. You're human and you should enjoy your body. So just be mindful of that. I hope that makes sense. Another boundary that I was set is, maybe this is gonna be my fourth piece of advice. My fourth piece of advice, save your money. If you are successful now after many, many months, or maybe instantly if you're like super hot, wow, okay, jealous, save your money. Because when tax season rolls around, it ain't no joke. The IRS will come a knocking and they want your money. They want everything that you made. So please, just be mindful of that. Put some money aside, save, don't go crazy spending. Because I found out the hard way last year when I owed a shitload of money. I wasn't expecting it and that fucking hurt. So now I am more prepared this year, thank God. So let's recap. What was the piece of advice that I gave? Number 1, market yourself. Was that number 1? Number 2, what was number 2? Well, I definitely know what number 3 was to set boundaries between your fans, your mental health.
Hello. You look so fancy. I didn't know I was having a job interview.
Yes, you need to take a seat right now. So, how are you?
Hi, I'm well.
Oh, my name is Sis.
Huh?
My name is Sis.
Sis?
For Cesario.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, I'm actually recording. I have a YouTube vlog.
Oh.
Do you mind if?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Here I am.
Yeah. So what's your name?
Haskell Holland.
Wow, Haskell, this is going to be my collaborator for today. I was just telling the YouTube folks, for those that are interested in going into the adult, platform scene, some pieces of advice. Some of the pieces of advice that I gave was, well, I forgot. I know I said to set healthy boundaries between you and your fans, to save your money for tax season, market yourself on, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, what have you. What are some advice you would give someone that's just starting out for the first time?
Don't have all your eggs in one basket. Put them in as many baskets as you can. Have as many platforms as you can. Have a website. Have multiple platforms. Have clip stores. It's good to just have multiple places people can reach you on.
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you been in the game?
Like 8 years. A long time. Yeah. I'm a pre-pandemic porn person.
Wow, that is awesome. I'm sure you've had so many ups and downs during those 8 years.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine. I was just reflecting. I started during the pandemic, and I started initially as just an exhibitionist, and then I started to garner a following, and then the Gooners adopted me, and I kind of to bless them, and then I just kind of ran with that. But I had some pretty high highs collabing with some great people, but also collabing with folks that also kind of scared me.
I don't think I would do that again.
Literally, I think my first collab ever was with someone in Corona, actually. And, they seemed like they were in the game. They had a huge following. It was nice that they even considered me to want to collab. But when I went into the room, the energy was kind of off. And then if the energy and the vibe's not right, you can't perform. And that's exactly what happened to me. I couldn't perform, and they got upset. They felt like I was wasting their time. It was it kind of shook me a bit. But yeah, well, thank you so much for just making a cameo on my vlog.
Of course, here I am.
Right. We'll be right back. Dun-dun-bum. Do-do-do, and we are back a couple days after that collaboration, and it was so much fun. If you want to see that video, you can find it on my X page, which I'm gonna assume that you know where it's at. If you don't, keep searching. It's out there. I trust you'll find it. I'm a popular guy. I'm online. Hey, before I sign off for the week, I do have one final thing to share. As you know, I subscribe to a little subscription service called stitchfix. If you recall, stitchfix is this online service that I subscribe to that sends me clothes every month, and I keep what I like and I return what I don't, and they only charge me for the clothes that I keep. Let's see what's in this month's box. All right, let's take a look. They sent me 3 tops, it looks like, and let's check them out. First top I got here is this, wow, this plain white looking quilted top. This is fancy AF. This is really nice. What is the official title of this? This is called a quilted crew neck sweatshirt, and it is still winter. It's quite cold outside. I bet this would be quite nice in this type of weather. Let's try it on right now. Alright, this is the quilted crew neck sweatshirt, off-white medium, also $49. Gotta say, the seats, this eats. I dig it a lot. What do you think? Do you think I'm sexy? Do you think I look stylish and good? Do you think I look good? I like it a lot. Ooh, look at it. Let me get closer. Do you see that quilted texture? Wow, what am I, a mattress? A community mattress? Do you think you could just sleep on me and get all comfy on me? I dig it a lot. This is gonna be a keeper. $49? Hell yeah. Next is this contrast cardigan. Now, cardigans, I have not worn a cardigan since I was a child. Very curious to see how this would look on me. Let's try that on. And like I said, I haven't worn a cardigan since I was in elementary school. This is called the Luxe Contrast Cardigan. Gray, medium, coming in at $49. What do you think? I don't know. I feel like I've kind of outgrown cardigans. I do love Cardigan by Taylor Swift. Excellent song. Folklore. Mwah, chef's kiss. Not a fan of a showgirl. Anyways, let me sleep on this. I don't know. I kind of feel like I can't pull off cardigans. What do you think? This isn't giving father. This is giving mother. And I'm very disappointed at you. You never call me anymore. Why is that? Next, I got this olive-colored trousers. This I can already tell. I don't even need to try this on. I'm gonna keep it. I love the trousers that Stitch Fix sends me. Let's see how this looks. And these are the pants. What are they calling this? This is a Warp Tech commuter slim fit trousers. Olive, size 33, $88. Wow. What do you think about that? I think they are comfy, and I think I love this color, and I am going to keep it. Yes, I am. I'm very, very happy with this. Next piece of clothing is this knitted flannel. I gotta say, this is nice. It looks really, really stylish. I bet this is gonna look super duper on me. Let's try it on. And it's coming in at $69. Nice. No, this looks really nice, really stylish. I may keep it. Yeah, this is gonna be a keeper for me. I dig it. The next piece of clothing is this jacket, and I gotta say, it does look nice, but I have way too many sweaters, jackets, and sweatshirts. I am probably gonna return this, but let's see how this looks. All right, so this is, what are they calling it? A reversible flannel shirt jacket. All right, check it out. This is a reversible shirt jacket. This is coming in at $88. This is a size medium. This looks pretty cool. Reversible, you say. Well, how does that look? Well, it looks like that, actually. I mean, that's pretty cool. 2 for 1, you can't beat that. Maybe I will keep it. But I don't know. Like I said, I have way too many jackets. I don't think I need another. Last but not least, look at that. They sent me another pair of shoes. Now, I do have way too many shoes right now, so I probably will not keep this. And actually, well, look at this. I think they sent me something similar a few months ago. Yeah, this is probably, I'm not even gonna try it, because the minute that I try shoes, I end up keeping it, and I do not want another pair of shoes. I have way too many, and I actually have this style of shoe already in beige. This is more of a, what is this? Like a dark, a new Ford Mid-Butte beige. I'm gonna return it. I have too many shoes, way too many shoes. Nope, 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 not even gonna try it on for you. No, not gonna do it. So with everything today, with the flannel, the sweatshirt, the boots, the jacket, the trousers, and the cardigan, it comes to a grand total of $333.73. I do get a $20 off for whatever reason. Comes out to $313.73. Cool. I am going to return the sweatshirt, possibly the flannel, definitely the boots, so it'll be less than that. Very cool, very legal. All right, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you next Friday.